certainly has worn off of it. So I don't really expect the percentage of people who went online in the United States and Canada to be at an all-time high more so than it was in China or Japan, but it was. China has the most subscribers, of course, to the internet service providers in the world, so you would expect them to be at an all-time high for Cyber Monday, but it was just blowing completely out of proportion. And really what it comes down to is there was really no need of it being talked about as much as what it was. And I'm sure there are a lot of people who are in the same boat like I am, who don't really have a whole lot to spend when it comes to online shopping, or really don't give a damn about how much it's talked about or how much advertising goes into it. But it's an interesting topic, that I kind of put off for weeks on end here on this show. I had the graphic in my flash drive for quite some time, and I thought, why not put it out there on your YouTube channel and just see how many people have an opinion when it comes to Cyber Monday. Should the retailers make such a big deal about this every year? Obviously, they should if they want a financial gain and they want the percentage of how much they gain financially to go up for one day out of the year at least. Obviously, they should make a big deal out of it. But I just think it's one of those over-promoted days. Like Black Friday was over-promoted. Everybody was talking about Black Friday so much that it really irritated me. I'd rather hear about a celebrity we hear about 500 times a year on the internet than I would about something like Black Friday or Cyber Monday. I'd rather go back to when Michael Jackson died and remember how much that was publicized on social media, or everything that Miley Cyrus used to do several years ago to get attention after she finished up working with Disney and was the Hannah Montana character. I'd rather read about how much celebrities annoy us in the way of Hillary Duff's and Lindsay Lohan's more so than I would read about something like Cyber Monday or Black Friday. And I'm sure I would venture to say and go as far to say that you would probably subject yourself to the same kind of thing with how annoying Black Friday and Cyber Monday were. And I'm sure I'm not the only one who was annoyed by this. So if you have an opinion, you can give it to us on our Facebook page at HEW Entertainment and on Twitter at Jonathan Clarke1. And I guess that's it, because not really much needs to be said in the way of anything else in the way of comments or a bit of a review on Cyber Monday. I just thought I would throw it out there for you. It was just so ridiculous how people were talking about it so much. People were talking about it online, on social media, especially on Facebook and Twitter, and every television network had some kind of special devoted to Cyber Monday. Even World Wrestling Entertainment had the general manager computer return for one night only to run a 3-hour edition of Monday Night Raw just because it was Cyber Monday. And I didn't think that Cyber Monday was going to get over as much as what it did, so it really took me off guard with how much it was promoted. I really shouldn't be surprised that Cyber Monday was promoted as much as what it was, and you're probably sitting there listening to this review saying to yourself, why were you so surprised that an internet day was actually promoted as much as what it was when things like Facebook and Twitter have absolutely exploded over the last 5 to 6 years, which it has. I'm not denying that. It just totally took me off guard how much it was promoted, how much it was talked about with commercial advertising. News items were popping up all the time. And throughout Black Friday and Cyber Monday, I can only imagine how much you were irritated by our Facebook page's RSS newsfeed posting things on our Facebook wall, because everybody was talking about Cyber Monday. Our newsfeed, which comes directly from CNN.com, and our website's RSS newsfeed, posting something every 30 minutes. Every 30 minutes on Black Friday and Cyber Monday, there was something popping up about either Black Friday or Cyber Monday, and I do apologize for how much we were talking about it throughout the days of Black Friday and Cyber Monday. We probably should have been talking about something in the way of the celebrity world or the professional wrestling world, but even the professional wrestling world was engulfed with the conversation of Cyber Monday, and the WWE looked at it as just another way of doing a special edition of Monday Night Raw. I was really bummed how they didn't let the WWE fans make any decisions with the WWE app or on WWE.com. They only had the weekly one decision the fans could make, like choosing AJ as a partner for a tag team match to represent the Divas division and the feud between AJ and Nikki Bella. They could have done more in the way of interactivity for Cyber Monday, so I was really bummed out by that. But everybody was just caught up in the fuss of Cyber Monday, and it was just irritating to me. And the statistics that people were throwing out on news programs was just irritating. Hearing about it all the time on CNN, the number of internet users was up in the way of traffic in China and the United States and Japan and different parts of the world. I was irritated by that, and everybody from Canada to the United States was really all over this. And this is why I want your opinion on it. I want you to get in on the conversation and tell me what you think of Cyber Monday. There you see the graphic of the shopping bag, the word Cyber Monday, of course, in the graphic. It isn't much of a way of a detailed graphic that we're using this week, and it's not one of our better video blogs, but I just thought I would, give you a little bit of an opinion on what I thought of Cyber Monday, which is pretty much summed up in the way of absolutely ridiculous and totally uncalled for. It's not unprofessional by any means. Don't take anything that I've said out of context when it comes to something like Cyber Monday. I just think that the promotion that it received was absolutely ridiculous, and it was just blowing out of proportion. You know, why should we make such a big deal out of a day where people look for deals online? Don't everybody do that every day? Doesn't everybody look for something to purchase online every day? I mean, that's why we have sites like eBay, which had traffic and hits all day throughout Black Friday and Cyber Monday. We do that every day. So should we really acknowledge one specific day out of a year, out of a 365-day year calendar to be over-promoted? I guess this is just a way for retailers to get attention, because this kind of thing happens every day, and we shouldn't really make as big of a deal out of something like that like we have done this year with Cyber Monday and Black Friday. It's absolutely ridiculous, and I want your opinion on it and how you dealt with all the promotion of it. You can give it to me on our Facebook page at HGW Entertainment, on our Twitter at Jonathan Clarke. When it's going to be really interesting to hear what people have to say about this, and if your stories of Black Friday and Cyber Monday are of all interest to me, I was sharing with our fans on our Facebook page and on our Twitter, because I'm sure you have stories, and I know that news networks love to profile what was actually purchased on days like Black Friday and Cyber Monday. I've seen it in years past, and I've seen it this year, all the news programs putting together all the purchases that millions of people purchased, from laptops to digital cameras to iPads. A lot of electronics were in search in the way of deals online for Black Friday and Cyber Monday, which you would expect. Of course, every year the hottest gift, of course, is the latest cell phone. The new iPhone 6 is what I'm predicting to be the hottest gift this year for Christmas, along with computers and iPads, the latest models, and different prototypes of computers. These detachable computers, which convert from laptops into iPads, seem to be more popular. But I'm predicting the iPhone 6 to be at an all-time high, as one of the highest Christmas gifts in the way of purchases this year. That, or probably something like a smart TV. There are a lot of hot commodities out there, and usually the electronics is really what retailers cash in on for things like Cyber Monday and Black Friday. And that's no surprise to me, because electronics are always popular with how many updates of different electronics we see from time to time, from year to year. You really can't keep up with electronics nowadays, because there's always something new coming out weeks after the latest release. After the iPhone 6 was released, some updates were being released for it in the way of add-ons you could purchase from the retailers that you purchased the phone from, expansible downloads that you could pay for online in the stores, the different app stores that you use your retailers for. It's just amazing how much technology has advanced and how many updates we're receiving for technology from time to time. They happen so fast that you can't keep up with technology. You know, I always compare it when it comes to a computer or a laptop. You know, you buy the latest computer or you buy the latest laptop, and within a year, if not sooner, the newest computer or laptop hits the shelves, and you're already outdated probably 6 months after you purchase a new desktop computer or a new laptop. And that's really irritating, because you just can't keep up with technology anymore. There's always going to be advancements in technology, and technology is getting scarier all the time. That's the interesting thing about technology. There's always an advancement in technology, and this is why electronics usually cash in for retailers and always come through. When every department really doesn't add up in the way of dollar value, it's always the electronics for different retailers that always cash in, and you would expect nothing less on days like Black Friday and Cyber Monday, which we saw this year. As I mentioned here earlier on in the show, definitely congratulations going up to China, although it's no surprise the number of internet users were significantly high because of Black Friday and Cyber Monday. Not so much in the United States and Canada, because I said here earlier, a big point that I made here on the show, a big point and a good point at that, is the fact that the United States and Canada, millions of people go online every day, especially around the holidays, looking for the latest deals. So every day in the United States, more so than Canada, is Cyber Monday. Every day in the United States and Canada is a day to shop online. Who doesn't go to websites like eBay and Kijiji looking for the latest deals or something they can purchase cheap? Everybody does it, especially on eBay. There are millions of users, and the guy who made eBay only made it for something to do, and it became one of the more popular auction websites on the internet. There are always people online placing these bids, and it's really interesting, you know, the numbers these websites get, especially around this time of year. with the holidays because it's so much easier to do everything online, from shopping online to banking online. Although there's a lot of controversy with online shopping and banking, so many people do it. We have so many critics out there of online shopping and online banking, but we're all victims of doing it. Some of us aren't. Very few of us aren't. The percentage of people who aren't is significantly lower than the people that do it. That's at an all-time high. But everybody criticizes it, but we've all done it at some point in our life. We've all done online banking, or we've all done online shopping, or at least attempted to grasp the concept of it, although it's getting challenging all the time. They say it's getting easier, but it's getting more challenging as the times go on and we get more advancements in technology. But we're all victims of doing things like online banking or online shopping, so I don't think we should really criticize it because it happens every day, and more people are subscribing to internet providers. They've got T1 internet access or fiber optic or some kind of digital cable subscription. They're using their smart TVs now to both watch TV and surf online at the same time. That's the purpose of a smart television. And these smart TVs are getting positive reviews as well. They're getting a great response too in the way of electronics. Everybody seems to want a smart television, but that's another thing that you're not going to be able to keep up on because there's always going to be an advancement or an update with smart TVs. I noticed that a lot of people are purchasing smart televisions this year for Christmas. I've had a lot of interesting stories concerning smart televisions given to me within the final few weeks before Christmas. Everybody seems to want to get in on these smart televisions. They either purchase them for Black Friday or they purchase them for the Cyber Monday online sales. It's amazing. It's no surprise to me that people are doing it, and it doesn't surprise me at all that the electronic departments of places like Walmart and Target are cashing in, and the numbers are up in the way it hits on websites like auction websites and retailers because of electronics. And it doesn't surprise me at all the number of internet users in China and Japan are higher than some places of the world. Over in places like Europe, Asia, Australia, places like that are cashing in with hits for websites in the way of online retailers, and just places like Cyber Monday and Black Friday are always going to be getting over, not so much in the United States and Canada. But with that being said, I want your opinion on Black Friday and Cyber Monday. There you see the graphic. Jonathan Clarke discuss Cyber Monday. That's the focal point of our video blog this week on our show, and I will be archiving it for you on our YouTube channel at Jonathan Clarke